What is going on, boys and girls of YouTube? I'm back from vacation.
Turn it up.
And I realized most of you guys didn't even know I was gone because we recorded videos for the week. But I was gone when they went over some pretty big changes coming to the game. All right. We just got like a full patch notes, I guess, because this patch hits probably the day after this video goes live. It goes, patch is Tuesday. They're changing healing. They're changing anti-heal. They're changing lifesteal completely. Changing doesn't mean it's like brand new, but it works in a different way. We're gonna cover that. They added, I think, 8 or 10 items or something like that. I think it might be 10. We'll see as we cover this. There's a lot. I missed it during the week. I played the PTS and went over a lot of it and tested as much as I could last night. I'll probably test more after I record this, but I want to cover it. I want to talk about it. So let's get into it, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. The God balance. These are really basic patch notes. Can I zoom in here? Whoa, we don't want to do all that. God balance. So they're adding anti-heal to 5 gods. It's only 25% anti-heal, which I know sounds crazy. Oh no, we'll talk about it. Agnes 1 getting anti-heal. Ares 3 getting anti-heal. Fenrir Brutalized getting anti-heal. Izanami 2 I think is getting anti-heal, and then Chalks 3 is getting anti-heal. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's a little weird what they're doing to healing and lifesteal, and they're only adding 5 more anti-heals. There are a fair amount in the game, but I don't know. I feel like it should be more about hitting a specific ability to make sure they are anti-healed rather than picking a specific god. Just my opinion. So Achilles is getting, basically, I'm not going to cover every single god. Every ability that heals is being reduced. It's being reduced somewhere between like this isn't getting reduced a lot. We're gonna be real. Some of them are only getting reduced like 30%. Some are getting reduced a little more. You could see like this is going from 30 to 24, 55 to 39 on Amma. Anubis is getting way less base lifesteal and half the lifesteal per stack. So this is a pretty big nerf. I say nerf, it's a change because they're removing anti-heal from items. That's why it's a big change. There's no more I have to build Brawler's Beatstick, Divine Ruin, Lernian, whatever. There's no more I have to build these anti-heal items. It's more I need to have a god that has anti-heal if I'm really that worried about it. Afro's Kiss is gaining more protection share, but losing healing almost 50% at max rank, a little bit lower early rank. Scaling is massively reduced by over 50%. Cooldown on the ult reduced, so they're buffing other abilities or other aspects of the kit to make up for the loss of healing that is going to be in the game. And they're doing this, and it makes sense. I mean, let's break it down. So it makes sense. They don't want people to have to build these bad, I'm gonna build this bad anti-heal because I have to, because everyone's healing, right? There's so much lifesteal, there's so much healing in the game, whatever. They're instead reducing the healing as if it's almost anti-healed already. And then you don't have to think about it, other than if you want full like anti-heal, you want them to not heal much at all, even more than they're already being reduced by, then you pick these gods with anti-heal, right? I like the idea. I played with it a bit. I've gone 3, 4, 5 lifesteal items, and lifesteal doesn't feel strong. We'll talk about the items in a different, there's some whole other story there with the items, but the lifesteal doesn't feel overly strong. I went Anubis with I think 3 or 4 lifesteal items, and you feel the lifesteal. It's there, but it's not broken as of now. My first impression, that might be I might have an opinion change. That's off 5, 6 games last night, different gods messing with anti-heal, or sorry, lifesteal, not anti-heal, because there's no more anti-heal. So Artemis, reduce healing. Bacchus Chug, reduce healing. Notice how all these are now marked as healing abilities. This is important because there are items that give you certain buffs or do certain things if you use a healing ability. This is very, very important. Belch lost anti-heal. It got reduced from 40 to 25%. Baron reduced healing, but buffed the other aspects of the ability. So it lost healing, but it gained movement speed. Healing ability as well. Scourge, healing scaling is reduced on Bellona's 3. Not the end of the world. I actually went a pretty fun auto attack. No, I wouldn't even call it auto attack. I went a Bellona build last night in the jungle where I went lifesteal items. The lifesteal is relevant, and then the new items go crazy. Like, we have to talk about it. I keep like almost spoiling. We'll get to the items first. Kabrakin, reduce healing per target, not by too much, but it's a healing ability. Serb, CERN, like all of these are the exact same. Reduce lifesteal on CERN's 1 by 3%, reduce the scaling by like almost 50%. Chalk, reduced healing, reduced scaling. Cupid, reduced healing, reduced scaling. Heal has reduced heart, like everything is reduced heals. Everything. All these gods, Guan, Hades, Hercules. I didn't even look at how much it was reduced on Herc. Herc's healing really wasn't reduced by an insane amount. It's definitely nerfed, but not by an insane amount. Mulan reduced healing. Kali, everything about her kit has healing in it. It got reduced. Mordred got reduced protection, healing, scaling. So less healing. Neith, less healing on the 2. Nem. Odin still has full anti-heal. Odin, I think, is the only way you can get 100% anti-heal. I could be wrong, but I think it is. I think this is like one of the only ways to get full-blown you can't heal at all. Might be wrong. Pele, fully reduced and tweaked based around the loss of healing. Ra, reduce healing on the 3, reduce healing on the ultimate if you're aspect. Rama got a attack speed buff, so we'll see in the long run how that really affects Rama. Rama's probably one of the worst performing hunters currently, unfortunately. Reduce healing on Sobek's 3 and reduce the anti-heal on his 3. Soul, less healing on the 1 Radiance. Thanatos, less healing on Godkill by a lot. 10% less healing. Doesn't seem like on paper, it's a big deal. You'll feel it. Reduce healing on the 1. Reduce the health cost of the 1. Soul Reap on the aspect now has less healing scaling. I do, in a way, think aspect Thanatos got buffed overall in this patch with the items. We'll talk about it. Thor, the aspect on the Thunderstruck, the passive, reduce healing. Full decrease lifesteal from the, that's a huge lifesteal debuff. Like overall it's not, but if it was just him, it'd be a big one. Yamoja, reduce healing, right? All right, now some item changes. There's some I actually don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Golden Blade, I didn't even know this item randomly got more strength. It just got 10 more strength out of nowhere. Cool, I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. Actually, I might be because it's a hybrid item. Shield Splitter, reduced cost, increased strength, erosion, more protections. We got Leviathan's Hide. Leviathan's Hide is a whole new passive. Well, whole new. It works a little differently. You get 6 max health permanently when you damage enemy god with the basic attack. It has a 10-second cooldown. The cooldown can be reduced by 0.5 seconds if you take damage from a god, once per ability or basic attack. So every ability or every basic attack can reduce this passive cooldown by 0.5 seconds. You can get a fair amount of health from this if you build it first. Will that be meta? I don't think so because of some other items, but potentially there. Berserker Shield got buffed, but also the cost increased, but this is a buff. Like you're gaining 15 prots for 100 gold. That's a buff. Musashi's Dual Sword, reduce the cost, gain strength. I didn't even know that. Oh, increased bonus movement speed by 5%. Increased bonus movement speed duration by 1%. So this is a Mercury buff. We'll probably start building that item now on him. Magi's Cloak, reduce the cost, but reduce or increase the protections. So Magi's is now a little better. Genji's Guard, I keep saying lost. Gain 5 protections, gain 5 cooldown rate. Genji's got a buff. Dwarven Plate, they really buff tanks in this patch. Indirectly and directly from these items. We got 10 more prots on Dwarven Plate, and then there was some issue where the numbers weren't right. So this is going to be a stronger item. Draconic Scales, fixed an issue where the flat bonus protections of this item were not considered item protections for other item scaling. So this is a fix / buff. Jade Scepter got nerfed because it's OP, but it's still going to be good. It's only 15 less intel. It's very, very good item still. The cooldown increase on the passive, good nerf, but this item is still going to be solid. So this is kind of like a Ganesh / mage nerf. And then PTS balance hot fixes. So there was a lot of bugs when they did this. Like a lot of bugs when they did this. So they didn't cover a lot of the items in here. So these are all fixes when the PTS went up. They messed with the farm on the map. There's now different timers on camps, especially the camps on the outside of the side lanes. So the camps by the teleporters have been changed. The gold camps in the side lanes now give gold and XP. So they're really messing with a lot right now. I don't know how that will impact the long-term part of the game. I think there'll be a little more, maybe not snowballing, but more gain when you have lane control in both lanes. They made objectives a little tankier, which is good. So Fire Giant takes less damage from crits. He does 2.5% max health as physical damage, decrease some of his other stats, which are damage-based stats. Everything is basically, objectives now take a little longer to kill. It's not much longer, and they do less damage overall. So really not Not a crazy impactful thing, but if you're soloing it or doing it or duoing it, it will take a little bit longer. Same with gold, same with pyro. Basically, across the board, they just nerfed the 3 major objectives. Nerfed. Made them take longer to kill, do less damage. So, trade. Push the initial spawn time for totem from 2 minutes to 1:30, so it's up earlier. Same with the, push back the camp. So that's why I said these duo lane camps are spawning later. Side teleporters are now unlocking at 6 minutes rather than the 10-minute that they changed in the last patch. They've got the 30 XP you get from the Cyclops Rogue, the 10 XP you get from the small rogues. It's an interesting patch. Now, this covers like a fair amount of stuff. We see item balance, but we don't see anything about the new items, which is a big deal because the new items are kind of gonna change how everything works. Like literally everything works. So I'm gonna leave it on the full screen here and try to make sure I don't miss anything. They actually added an image today that wasn't there yesterday, which is on Vital Amp. So if you don't know what Vital Amplifier is, this is from Smite 1. If you heal yourself or an allied god, you get attack speed and basic attack damage for 6 seconds. It gets stacked 3 times. This was a huge item people tried to put on set. It did really well with Arachne. It was never fully meta because I think it was a little too expensive in Smite 1. Smite 2 is cheaper. It's a really strong item. So if I buy it and show you, you see my attack speed is 1.44. I press 3, 1.78. The thing is, I can't max. I guess I can kind of max stack it here on Hercules. So if you fully stacked it, you see how much attack speed you get. Like you're swinging. You're swinging on them. It's a good item. I don't know who it will be best on yet. I really don't know that there is someone that it's best on yet. The big thing to note is you have to heal. Like it's not gonna be just a lifesteal thing. Like, you have to heal. You get 30 strength or 45 int, 200 HP, 3 regen, 20% attack speed, plus the potential. It's potential 50% attack speed item with 15% basic attack damage with 30 strength or 45 int. This item will be good on somebody. I just don't know who yet, or if that god is in the game yet. That's a big thing. I did skip over an item, didn't realize. Barbed Carver. So they took out Serrated Edge. Serrated no longer exists in the game. See, Serrated, gone. Doesn't exist, right? We scroll back down. So Barbed Carver, 40 strength, 7.5% lifesteal. Passive. Enemies damaged by your abilities gain a stack. Notice how it says the enemies damaged by your abilities gain a stack of jagged wounds for 5 seconds. So it's basically a debuff that lasts 5 seconds that can stack 3 times. So you could triple debuff somebody, 5-second timer, 3 stacks. Your basic attacks and abilities deal a bonus of 8%. And then it was 1% per 10% lifesteal. Physical damage for each stack of jagged wounds. So this item scales off of lifesteal. If you were to build this item right now, and let me sell so I don't kill too quickly. So if I hit an ability, they get a debuff, right? Hit an ability, get a debuff. Hit an ability, get a debuff, and you see, I can kind of just get that little bonus attacks in there, little bonus damage in there. Now that'll scale off of the lifesteal items that you build. There's a lot of lifesteal items in the game. There's some changes going on. We're gonna talk about it. I did also forget to cover the changes to Devo Gloves. Devo Gloves is a very, very interesting item now. So we'll do this to just show you. We build Devo Gloves, still stacks, still gets strength and lifesteal. If you don't know, lifesteal does affect abilities and autos in Smite 2. So there's no soul gem, or not soul gem. Forget the name of the item. Soul Eater. But now Devo's Gloves, as you see at the bottom, the evolved passive, it keeps stacking past max stacks. It takes 8 minion kills for a stack. And if you kill a Fire Giant, Gold Fury, Pyro, you get 40 minion kills, which counts as 5 stacks. You get 0.5 strength per stack, 0.075% lifesteal per stack. There's a lot going on, right? So let me just do this. Try to quickly stack this. I probably should have built full items, but it is what it is. Not really worried about it. All right. So, did we just not get stacks? Oh, it's minion kills. I'm trolling. All right, now that we've fast forward in time, you see we have 72 stacks. 75 is max stacks. Boom. We have 75 stacks. This item is giving us a ridiculous amount of strength. So it is currently giving us, is that 78 strength? Am I mathing correctly? 78 strength. we're getting from Devo's gloves. And it keeps stacking. That's the key. It continues to stack. If you kill any major objectives like the fire giant or whatever, it will give you 40 stacks. Or if you just keep killing these, you can see we just got 5 stacks on our Devo's gauntlet, right? So there's more up. We kill more. Boom. Okay, I think it counted wrong. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see. There we go. So we're at 76 stacks now. So every stack here, these are just showing you when you were about to get a stack added to this. Every stack here is giving you 0.5 strength, 0.075% lifesteal. So this item technically could infinitely scale. I mean, it would take a really long time to get some crazy numbers. I think I got up near like 95 or 98 stacks. That was with full control, doing Gold Furies, Pyros, everything on cooldown. So it's a lot of stats. There's a ton of stats on that item. Now, we talked about Barb Carver scales off of lifesteal. So these directly scale together. That's not the only items that have been changed or added or whatever. They tweaked the Reaper. So the Reaper now similar and different at the same time. Kills provide 1 stack, same as earlier before the, this got changed, granting 6 strength, right? So each stack gives you 6 strength. Kills give you an extra stack. However, there's no cap to the stacks now, and the stacks are given off of getting minion kills. So now I realize killing gods can give you an extra stack potential, but you actually have to kill minions to get the stack. So now I will break this item down for you. Also the stats, let's cover that before we do the crazy. Killing a god increases the max stacks by 1. Heals heal you for 15% of the slain god's max HP, almost like Thanatos passive. Assist heals give you 7.5% instead, kind of like Kali's passive. You lose a max stack on death, right? So right now, if we were to kill minions, see, we get 3 stacks. We're getting a bunch of strength, right? So we're 156. You lose a stack. You only goes down 1 now. It ticks down. This makes it more valuable. You think 5-second buff, not very long, but when it ticks down, it's really good. So we actually drop all the way back down to 138 strength. Now notice my strength will keep going up because I have Devo gauntlets. Just let it be. Now, if we spawn in a Loki, or let's say 2 Lokis. Now let's do 1 at a time so you guys don't get confused. Right? Let's do 1 at a time. So we got Loki. Boom, boom. I gotta do a little gimmicky stuff because I don't have full items. So now Reaper shows that you can have 4 stacks. Spawn a bunch. All right. Now Reaper shows that we can have 7 stacks. Now if we go kill 7 minions, I don't even know how we'll kill these because I don't really know how quick their respawn time is. Let's see. You can also time it by spacing out the kills. Here we have 5 stacks. We lose 6 strength every time we lose a stack. Get them back up. We're at max 7 stacks, 181 strength. I think Reaper has some potential. I bet you it's really popular on release. The big thing for me in these items is this item doesn't gain more lifesteal now with stacks. It gains more strength. So it's easier to calculate and understand what you're getting, right? So if we're getting 6 strength per stack, right now we're at 2 stacks. That's 12 extra strength. So this item at this exact second providing 42. At max, it's giving us whatever. I don't feel like doing math right now. It's at 35, so it's giving us 65 with 7 kills. That's a lot of strength. But the heal is what I really want people to pay attention to because I think it was just super overlooked. No one even mentioned it when I was talking about the items last night. If you kill a god, you heal for 15% of your max health. That allows you that potential for multi-kills, pentakills, diving in, killing somebody, and living because you heal a little bit. Especially since anti-heal items aren't in the game, it is a completely different aspect here. Pair this with Thanatos, that's a really big heal you get for killing somebody. I'll probably end up testing that a bunch tonight to see where Thanatos lies. I'm excited for these items. I'm a little worried because I think the items are overtuned not because of their lifesteal, but because of the rest of the stats. I don't necessarily know if they will be overtuned for assassins, if they'll be overtuned for hunters, what. Like, honestly, Devo's glove sounds super hunter-esque, just high strength, and you pair it with attack speed, get a lot of good stats out of it, right? So, talked about Reaper. Now we got Typhon's Heart. another new lifesteal item. This item is 40 int, 12.5% lifesteal. Every minion or jungle monster kill gives you 1 stack. God kills provide 30 and assists 15. At 30 stacks, you summon a monster, the monster of Titan. It has 200 health plus 50 health per level. A lot of HP. Deals damage equal to 30% of your lifesteal and 20% of your intelligence. So if you're an intelligence lifesteal builder, this item might have some potential for you. So now let's show you how it works. Buy it up, throw down a Loki, and we'll kill him because getting a kill gives you 30 stacks, which is good. Boom, boom. We're getting awful items. So that's our little monster. Okay. He goes over. He's sitting for 113 right now. Any lifesteal we have will heal it. So I don't know if it even shows its health going down. It like kind of does. I think its health is just going back up. So let me do this. He's gonna help me kill this. I wouldn't say it's good damage, but it's not bad damage. So he gets bigger. Every 30 stacks, he gets bigger. With a max of, I think it's 5 stacks. I think. Yeah, so he's bigger. I want to make sure you keep seeing him. Boom. So he killed him, put another one down. He's bigger. And why does it show 6? I'm pretty sure the item is max of 5 stacks. Yeah, stacking up to 5 times. I'm not really sure why it's like that. I guess it just lasts forever because it doesn't have a timer on it. I'm gonna play with this some more tonight. People are saying it's kind of like a raid boss, like it's just really hard to kill and really annoying. Let's see, is he about to rail this? Yo, he just became a minion. Oh my gosh, he's so fast. Okay, so he does his own lifesteal too. And then I think I can heal him. Yeah, see, I just healed him for all those 31s. Can he just solo a tower? I'm a little scared here. Like he's munching. Wait, this might be crazy. Can he just help you clear in the jungle? This item might just be fun. Okay, he does die really quick. He does die very quickly when you actually want to kill him. That's what I'm worried about, that this is kind of gimmicky, because if he just gets one tapped by like a hunter, then is it really that exciting? So that's Typhon's Heart. Cool item, a lot of potential. This item scares me. This is Gluttonous Grimoire. 40 int, 150 max HP, 10% lifesteal. The passive, 25% of your lifesteal healing is stored into your next basic attack that successfully damages an enemy god. Basically saying if you miss an auto, it doesn't go away. You have to actually land the auto on a god. If you are at maximum health, you store 40% of the healing. The stored amount is capped to 33% of your maximum health. This item was bugged day one. I don't think it had that capped amount, and people were hitting for like 3,000 with this item. So the way this will work is, let me spawn a god. You'll hit him and you'll see these stacks, 32 stacks, right? Hit him again, keeps going up, keeps going up. We'll just, you know, hit him with an all. We'll do some other things here. Let me spawn a couple just to make it faster. So you see we're at 973. So that is our 33% that this item shows of our max health, right? 973. So if I put a Loki down and I walk up and auto him now, it eats those stacks and does a big old auto. 635. I was hitting for like 570 last night on Anubis with no crazy lifesteal item or no crazy HP items. This item paired with Poly scares me. Like genuinely scares me. The synergy there is going to be ridiculous. We'll just show you one quick one. I don't want to like lock in on just this, but all right, so we're max stacked. We have our poly proc. We put Loki down. Oh, I don't have a lot of int right now. The poly only for 48, but that's aside the point. You'll be able to do crazy things with the pairing of just having this item in general with lifesteal gods. Because with most lifesteal gods like Anubis, you'll ult 3-1, you aren't really autoing in between, but then after you have time to auto. You get extra, it's almost like an extra ability. I think this item is very good. I still think a lot of the int lifesteal items are really bad because they have very low int numbers on them, intellect numbers on them. Strength items seem a lot better, but not for the lifesteal. The int items seem a lot better for the lifesteal, less for the int, like almost a flip-flop. Very weird concept that Hi-Rez has developed here. So there's Lettuce Grimoire. Then we have Daybreak Gavel, another new item. This isn't necessarily the same item. You know, it's not just a lifesteal type item. 300 HP. Whichever stat you have higher of, you get 55 strength or 75 int. For each unique god healed by a healing ability, gain a stack up to 4. Your next ability consumes all the stacks to contribute 10% additional strength and intelligence scaling per stack consumed, up to 40%. So that next ability will do more damage, basically, is what they're saying. And it'll scale by up to 40%. So if you're an int builder and you have 1,000 int, which is, it's harder to get, but say you have 1,000 int, that's 400 bonus damage on the next ability. I think this will potentially build or create the aspect or whatever you want to call it. It will create gods in, say, mid that are more hybridy. I want to play with the team. It's more the team, but then I have this burst potential, or even maybe in some crazy world, a support version of that. I don't know that's gonna happen, but potential. I do think this item sounds very good. It'll be a little bit more higher tier to track the stacks, or stacks, not the stats, the stacks to get the most out of it. That's an item I gotta see people use more. I gotta play with more, and then you'll see there's no more new items on this the offensive part. I think we've covered everything. If I missed something, you'll see it on PTS. You'll see it in a video for sure. Then we go down to the defensive items. There are some new defensive items. For one, Contagion was changed. It's still 500 health. It's still 8 regen. It's still super cheap. It's 2250 gold. When you are damaged by an enemy basic attack or ability, so if you take damage from an enemy god, you apply 1 debuff to them. It can stack, I think, infinitely. No, sorry, 10 stacks. I think it's 10 stacks. Someone told me the cap. I think it's 10. It's not infinite. Apply 1 stack of debuff to them. It lasts for 20 seconds. 20-second debuff. Once per attack, ability, whatever. If you basic attack them or CC them, the contagion gets procced, consumed, and you deal 1% of your max health as magic damage per stack. So if you have 10 stacks, which is max, I believe, you do 10% of your max health to them. It might be higher. I could have sworn I saw 20 stacks at one point. Maybe I'm trolling. If someone lifesteals 100 health from you, you will immediately apply 5 debuff stacks to them. This item is very, very, very good. Insanely good, especially when you see the rest of these goddamn items. This is scary. Scary, scary, scary good. Charm got changed. Same stats, similar passive. You put a mushroom on the ground. The mushroom heals 3 times over 4.5 seconds. Has a 60-second cooldown. But each time it heals, it gives your teammates a buff, which reduces basic attack and ability damage by 10%. Can stack 3 times. And then it shows you ultimate ability damage is also reduced by 5%. If it all hits somebody, all the stacks are removed. I think if you have each stack has to be hit, like you have to auto them or you hit them with ability to reduce 1 stack to get all the stacks away. This item is going to be low-key busted. You enter a fight with everyone, or even like you're in a fight and your teammates just start taking reduced damage. I think this item is nuts. Breastplate of Valor got changed. Still, it's the same stats, same passive, except for 25% of self-healing from your abilities contributes to this lost health passive. So the passive is when you lose 500 HP, plus 25 per level, your ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. So if you're taking damage, you can get a lot of time off your abilities. Now, if you're healing yourself, you're getting that passive proc over and over again even faster. I think Breastplate is scary on gods like Guan. Maybe even Hercules, like almost guaranteed Hercules tank will be cracked. Like a lot of tanks are gonna be buffed by these items. So another new item, regrowth Striders. No, they didn't bring back boots. Yes, everyone's gonna say boots are back. It's annoying. This is Shield of Regrowth from Smite 1. You get 40 prots, 3 regen, 15 cooldown. When you heal yourself from an ability, you get a burst of movement speed, 35%. It decays by over time, over 5 seconds to 10% movement speed. The passive, when you get a movement speed buff, restore 5% of your health over 10 seconds. So this item gonna be really good with a lot of gods. So you see Hercules, I'm fast. It procs that. It gives me that secondary passive proc. I hit my 3, we're regenerating health. You're zooming. I mean, this you're going fast. You're going to be like you're going quick. You're going really, really quick. Cool item. It's basically the same as Smite 1 with a heal, which is weird because getting that movement speed buff. Basically, the movement speed buff is supposed to be from you proccing your 3 is gonna heal you. but it comes from other things as you get movement speed buffs from Stampede and other items, which makes this pair really well with a lot of core items in the game. Another new item is Heartwood Charm. 400 health, 200 mana, 250 mana, 10% cooldown. Your healing abilities have 20% reduced cooldowns, and each cast reduces this item's active cooldown by 10 seconds. This is cracked. The active, your next non-ultimate ability will have no cooldown. Healing ability, sorry. Non-ultimate healing ability. That's key. But deals 50% reduced damage. So if you build this and you're playing a god like Aphrodite, your 3 is going to do reduced damage, but you can use it twice and it's going to heal for the same amount. So we can pop it and just 3. Heal for a lot of healing on a lot of gods. There is going to be crazy build synergies built here. Like there's going to be stuff we haven't seen. Umbral Link is 40 prots, 10% lifesteal. Split your lifesteal healing with allied gods within 11 meters evenly. Each unique ally healed like this grants you 10 protections for 8 seconds. This link only works while you're above 50% health. I think this item has a lot of potential for mages like Anubis, or even when they put Zhong Kui in the game, where you're in their face a lot and you're taking some damage. You're potentially gaining 80 protections from this item while also healing your team. And then if you get low, it stops healing your team and just heals you. I ran this on Anubis last night. It's pretty cool to see a million lifesteal numbers on your screen. It has a lot of potential. It is a lot of defense. You just lose out on base stats, which is where the upside downside comes in. But 80 potential procs is a lot. It's a lot of protections on an item. Like the most protections on, is it maybe the most on any item now? 85 on Spirit Negation, so it's pretty close. We're not done on items though. We're almost there. Brawler's Beat Stick was changed. I told you they removed anti-heal from the game. So Brawler's Beat Stick is now 20 prots. The passive is 45 strength or 60 int, depending on which stat is higher. And then if you have not taken or dealt god damage in the last 5 seconds, gain a bonus 75% of the above passive. So you gain 75% of either 45 strength or 60 int while you're doing damage, or when you deal damage, you get that to proc. If you've taken damage, instead you gain 30 physical protections. If an enemy within 11.2 meters uses a healing ability, you immediately gain both effects. So if there's a healer on the enemy team, you're running around with 50 prots and I think, what is it, like 80 strength or something like that? Let's build it. So no proc, right? We're at 185. We're not gonna be able to make anything heal. However, if we hit a god, we're at 219 strength. This item is insane. If someone heals, you're running around with like 70 strength and 50 physical procs. Scary. But that's why I keep saying tanks are gonna be stronger. Scary. Now we're not done. We're not done. You thought we were done. We're not done. It gets very scary. I'm gonna sell all these items. Okay. See this? You see these guys right here. We've got Sanguine Lash, 25 strength, it's hybrid item, 30 magical protections, 10% lifesteal. Enemies within 4 meters take 2%, 1% plus 10% of your lifesteal of their max health as physical damage. It's essentially a mystical mail that scales off of your lifesteal. When this damages a god, reduce the active cooldown by 5 seconds. The active cooldown is you lash out at enemies within 4 meters for 10% of their max health. This stacks 3 times. So we build this item, you'll see it has 1 stack. I wish I could stack. I don't know. Does it stack? Let me see. Does it stack quicker? I don't know if the stacks go quicker. So you see, it does good damage, right? Now, if we use it, we burst right there. It's a burst of 138. We don't have, you know, there's nothing crazy going on. It doesn't seem like a lot. Keep in mind, these are low keys with no items. Their health would be a lot higher. They would take a lot more damage. But you see it has 2 stacks. You can double burst. And you're thinking, oh, that's annoying. It's really when you start realizing that you can go both, that it's a little bit scary. Like, this is going to be a problem. And I'm just standing here doing nothing. If you're just running around stunning and whacking these gods, like, I have no items. You're not going to be able to deal with a lot of this. If I'm playing a Hercules build and I'm going, we'll grab a magical defense item, I think, just to have it. Oh, that's right. Phoenix Feather does damage. We'll just do this. Okay, we'll do this. And we'll pretend we got some gods here positioning, right? And there's 3 gods around us. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We're beating them. Oh, AoE, 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 more AoE. Oh, that's crazy. Half from items. Oh, look, they're dead. I have 250 prots with my passive up, 173 magic prots with my passive up. 250 physical prots while maintaining 114 strength with Hercules base numbers is it, like you're ulting for 900. Your 1 and your 2 together hitting for 800. I think we're gonna enter a scary tank meta if you don't shut these tanks down early. If you allow tanks to snowball, I think it's Jover. I'm also gonna be healing for a lot with my 3, with the boots healing. It's gonna be a really interesting patch. I don't hate the patch at all. I think saying like this is a bad patch is troll because there's a lot we still don't know. I think it's going to be a crazy patch and it is very scary. Very, very scary. I'm excited. Little bit worried, little bit worried. I think I covered all the items. I want to do one last pass through and try to see if I missed anything. If I did, you can put it in the comments below. We can talk about it in the comments. We talked about the changes to like Leviathan side and some other ones. It's going to be an exciting patch with a lot to test. Just infinite testing going on. I mean, it just took me 40 minutes to cover everything in detail to show you what's going on. That's crazy. I'm excited. I feel like I missed so much, but I've kind of learned so much so fast at the same time. I'm excited for this patch day Tuesday. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I will be PTS testing this from, you know, the time of recording this video until the patch is live. And hopefully we get to do some crazy stuff once this patch is live. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. I will see you in the video later tomorrow, the next day, and the next day.